Hello, welcome to La Excellence. In this session, we are going to discuss current affairs questions from Test2 that is conducted on today, that is 3rd February. Similar to the last week, this week we are going to discuss each current affairs question and its strategy. The first question given under current affairs is given as question number 1. Let's read the question. Consider the following statements with regard to inner line permit. Here, if we see the options given over here, 1 is there in 3 options, 2 is there in 3 options, 3 is there in only 1 option. So, if we can eliminate either 1 or 2, we will be getting only one answer. So, if we can know, let's say 1 is incorrect, then we can eliminate this, this and this. So, answer would be 2 only. Or, if we can eliminate 2, this would be gone, this and this. Answer would be 1 only. Or, if we surely know whether 3 is correct or not, if 3 is correct, answer would be D only. We need not read 1 and 2. So, let's go through the options. So, this is how we eliminate. In elimination, if we know 1 as incorrect, we can get the answer directly. Or if we know 2 is incorrect, we can get the answer. Or if we know 3 as correct option, then also we will get the direct answer. Let's read the question. 1. The ILP inner line permit is required for tourists visiting the states of Nagaland, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh. Whenever such states names are given, in general they try to confuse us. So this is a factual information. We should be knowing whether Nagaland is there, Meghalaya is there, Arunachal Pradesh is there or not. Otherwise we can't answer this. So let's keep one aside. Next, let's go through option 2. It says it can be issued only for travel purposes. We said whenever only is there, we should be careful. So let's keep this also aside. Let's go through option 3. Indian tourists are not required to get these ILP permits. Even by knowing the preliminary information regarding inner line permit, we can say that even Indian tourists from other states also require inner line permit. So we can for sure say this is incorrect. So let us eliminate this. Now we have option between 1, 2 only, 1 and 2 only. Here, in most cases, whenever states are given like this, 3, 4 states given like this, in general, they try to confuse us. For example, here Nagaland, Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh. But Nagaland, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh are there, not Meghalaya. So, this is the factual information. Here they are trying to trick us. In most cases, whenever they give such factual information, they try to confuse us. So, let's eliminate this. So, we can eliminate this and this answer is B, 2 only. Here in the explanation, what is this ILP and in which states this is there, this has been mentioned. And other points are also mentioned as an value addition. Please go through it once. Next current affairs question is given under question number 2. Here the question is with regard to Indo-USA relationship. Here 1 is there in all the options. So 1 for sure is correct. See here 1 only, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. So first statement is 100% correct. Now we should decide between 2 and 3. Let's read 1 also once. India recently held its first 2+2 dialogue with USA. This is correct. 2. COMCOSA agreement completely restricts Indian imports of military equipment from Russia. Here completely is the keyword. But after this you might have known S-400 missile defense system we have signed with Russia after this 2+2 dialogue. So this is incorrect. If 2 is incorrect, let's remove this and this. We have 1 only, 1, 3 only. Next, with the signing of COMCOSA, India had signed all the 4 foundational agreements that US have with its close allies. All is the keyword over here. We have signed only 3, 4th is still pending. So 3 is also incorrect. So true eliminate. Answer is A, 1 only. Here explanation is given. We still have to sign this BECA, Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement. So 3 is incorrect. If we observe here, the question is not just related to that particular event, 2+2 dialogue, but it is related to what happened later also, because under that it is mentioned complete restriction from Russia. So that is incorrect, because this we have ordered and recently also this is in news. So even if you don't read those current issues, if you read recent issues also, you can solve this question. Next current affairs question is given under question number 3. Here, recently 4th summit of Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation was held in Nepal. So this is clue for us. In this context, select which of the following pair of countries is part of both SAARC and BIMSTEC. What is SAARC? South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. We have 8 countries in SAARC and in BIMSTEC we have 7 countries. The question is, which 2 countries are there in both the groupings? Here if we see, India is there, but in the options India is not given. If we see South Asian countries, if we see which are South Asian countries, Sri Lanka is South Asian country, Bhutan, Nepal, Maldives, India, Afghanistan, all are South Asian countries. Thailand is not considered South Asian countries. So let us remove this option. Now SAARC and BIMSTEC. This BIMSTEC is related to Bay of Bengal. So which country is not there on the side of Bay of Bengal? Pakistan is not there. Let's remove this. Afghanistan is not there. Let's remove this. So which comes under Bay of Bengal? Even if we don't know that, we can say A is the answer. It means by reading these basic groupings, just the name of these basic groupings, you can get the answer. A is the answer. Here is the explanation given. Which countries are part of SAARC, which countries are part of BIMSTEC are given over here. Please go through it once. The next current affairs question is given under question number 4. Here if we see, this question is with regard to infrastructure investment trusts. Regarding this, recently Union government identified infrastructure assets to be monetized through infrastructure investment trusts. Consider the following statements. Here if we observe, 1 is there in 3 options, 2 is there in 3 options, 3 is there in 2 options. So in most cases we can say 1 and 2 would be correct. So if we can say 3 as correct or incorrect, then we can arrive at the solution. But let us read the options carefully. Here, InvITs, this investment trust, raise funds from large number of investors and directly invest in infrastructure projects or through special purpose vehicle. By reading the name itself, infrastructure investment trust, they are investing in infrastructure. So we can say 1 as correct. Second one, InvITs have been allowed to invest in both completed and ongoing infrastructure projects. This we will have some doubt. So let's keep it aside. Next, InvITs are registered as trusts with SEBI. Why SEBI? We should think over here. SEBI is regulator for the capital market. Here if we see the method of these getting money, they are getting money from large number of investors. It means mutual funds also get money from large number of investors and invest in stocks. But here they are getting from large number of investors but investing in infrastructure projects. So this is similar to mutual funds. So SEBI would be the regulator. We can say 3 as correct. So 1 is correct, 3 is correct. 1 and 3 here it's not there, not there, not there. So D is the answer. Even if we don't know 2 as correct or incorrect, we can go for correct answer by knowing 1 and 3 correctly. Here also, even if we don't know explicitly whether 1 and 3 are correct, by logically understanding what these trusts do, then we can keep answer as D. Here is the explanation for that question. Please go through it once. Next current affairs question is given under question number 5. The question says, the world's first blockchain bond named Bond I is recently launched by whom? In general, if we see this is a bond for money. So we might think this as the correct answer. But this is a factual question. If we know it 100%, then only we should answer. Otherwise, we should leave such questions. Here, the answer is B. World Bank has launched it, not IMF. So, when such factual questions are there, if you know 100%, attempt. Otherwise, leave such questions to avoid negatives. Here, the explanation for that. This Bond I is created by World Bank and it is given under Ethereum. Ethereum is one form of cryptocurrency. So Ethereum blockchain bonds are given in the form of Bond I. This is a factual information. The next current affairs question is given under question number 21. Here the question is regarding the scheme, integrated scheme for development of silk industry. This is a scheme. If we go through the options given over here, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if we can eliminate 3, we can get the answer directly. Let's go through 3 only directly. The scheme is implemented by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. But what is the scheme? Silk industry. Silk industry comes under Textiles Ministry, right? Not Commerce. So we can say this as incorrect. So we can remove this. 1 and 2 would be the answer. But let's read the options also 1 and 2. It says it promotes women empowerment and livelihood opportunities to SCs, STs and other weaker sections of the society. So whenever such schemes are there, in most cases they try to provide welfare to these groups only. So we can say this as correct. Second, it aims to achieve self-sufficiency in silk production by 2022. When such years are there, it is confusing, so we can't decide on 2. But as we have eliminated 3, the remaining is A only. So that's why we can say 2 as also correct. So we should learn this fact by reading from this option. So 2 is it aims to achieve self-sufficiency in silk production by 2022. This is the explanation given for this question. There is value addition given over here. Read about this. Central Silk Board under Ministry of Textiles implements this scheme. The next current affairs question is given under question number 23. Let's read the question. Here the question is with regard to the State of World Population 2018 report. Here if you see world population, regarding this, which is the nodal body, international body, we have UN Population Agency. So let's keep that aside. Let's read the options given over here. It was released by World Bank. Is it correct or not? In general, such reports are released by UN Population Agency, not World Bank. So this is incorrect. Second one, according to the report, UP, MP, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar are below replacement level fertility rate and Maharashtra and West Bengal are below replacement fertility rate. Here it is above, it is below. Above replacement level means what? The average number of births that a woman should provide or women should give for maintaining a stable number, stable population, that is known as replacement level. Even if we don't know it factually, by reading this UP, MP, Bihar, these states, they have high fertility rates. Comparatively developed states like Maharashtra, West Bengal, they have low fertility rates. So we can say 2 as correct. 2 is correct, 1 is incorrect. Answer is B, 2 only. Here is the explanation for this question. UN Population Activities, UN Fund for Population Activities releases this report. such reports and names of the organizations we should remember. At least one question we are getting in our final prelims. Next current affairs question is given under question number 24. This question is with regard to Special Economic Zones or SEZs. Here the question is not correct. So underline this or circle this. Let's read the options. The Baba Kalyani committee recently submitted a report on Special Economic Zones. This is correct. B. It was constituted. Means Baba Kalyani committee was constituted to make Special Economic Zone policy compatible with World Trade Organization. This is also true. C. The SEZ Act was passed in 2005, giving tax incentive to the investors. Yes or no? Yes. Because by providing special incentives in that area, government wants to promote the manufacturing and other economic activities. So this is also correct. Let's read option D. Investment in the zone does not come under ambit of minimum alternative tax and dividend distribution tax. You might have seen in the recent years and months talking about minimum alternative tax exempting SEZs from these, but governments imposing these two. So these are there. But here the question says does not. That's why it is incorrect. The question is also asking about incorrect statement. D is the answer. Here is the answer for this question and read once. Next current affairs question is given under question number 25. This question is with regard to UDAN, Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagarik scheme. Here the question is about the provisions of the scheme. First option says it aims to stimulate regional connectivity with flights covering distances up to 800 kilometers through a market-based mechanism. Here, in most cases, when they give such factual data, 800 kilometers, etc., they try to trick us. Here we should be careful. In this particular case, regarding the scheme, 800 kilometers and market-based mechanism is true. So this is correct option. Second option is regarding viability gap funding. Viability means the complete operations and they becoming viable for the operators. Viability gap. If there is any gap here, that is bridged between the cost of operations and the expected revenue by different schemes. So this is also correct. Viability gap funding is there. So answer is C, both 1 and 2. Here this is correct only. Here is the explanation for that question. Please go through it once. UDAN scheme, also known as Regional Connectivity Scheme. Next current affairs question is given under question number 49. This says, which of the following countries India conducts high-level annual summits? Annually, with which countries we have summits? Here, if we know the meaning of this word, highest level annual summit. Highest level means Prime Minister or Presidents. So, at this level, with which countries do we have annual summits? We know with Russia we have. That's why every year Russian President visits or India's Prime Minister visits Russia. With Japan also we have. That's why Japanese Prime Minister visits India or Indian Prime Minister visits Japan annually. These two for sure we know. With USA do we have? No. With 2+2 summit, we have annual defense meets, not the highest level summits. So, remove one. If we remove one, we can remove this, this, this. So, answer is C, 2, 3 only. Even if we don't know with regard to this, if we know this, that with USA we don't have, then we can remove these three. Answer would be simple, 2 and 3 only. Here is the explanation for this particular question. Next current affairs question is given under question number 50. This question says, regarding Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, CTBT treaty. Let's read the options. Here, If we see 1, 2, 3, if we can eliminate 1, we can eliminate 3 options. Or if we can eliminate 2, we can eliminate 3 options and answer would be 1. Or if we can eliminate 3, we can eliminate remaining 3 options. So let's go through this option. This is very easy for us. India ratified the treaty. You might have read many a times we have not ratified nor we have signed. We have not signed CTBT itself. So this is incorrect. 2 is incorrect, means this is gone, this is gone, this is gone. Answer would be C, 1, 3 only. Or let's read the facts. CTBT treaty bans all nuclear explosions for military purposes. This is true. 3. It doesn't ban virtual tests undertaken through computer simulation. This is also correct. Even with this way, we can arrive at this solution. Or if we can eliminate 2, that is very easy. We can do that. Here is the explanation and value addition for that question. India is not a signatory for the treaty. China, USA, Pakistan are also not parties of the treaty. This we should remember carefully. Next current affairs question is given under question number 51. This question says India Post Payment Bank. This is a payment bank, and India Post, this is government department. This government department has got India Post Payment Bank status. Let's read the options. IPPB has been set up as public sector company with 100% government equity. Yes or no? Yes. India Post has 100% equity in it. So this is correct. Second one, IPPB is a payment bank and cannot issue loans and credit card. If you just know the characteristics of payment banks, they generally take the remittances and pay it back. But here, loans and credit cards, offering them is not the theme or is not the objective of payment bank. So that's why this is also correct. Answer is C, both 1 and 2. Here is the value addition for the question. Please go through it once. This IPPB is operated and governed by RBI, because all payment banks are governed by RBI only. The next current affairs question is given under question number 66. This question is regarding the institution that releases Multidimensional Poverty Index. Multidimensional Poverty Index is released by UNDP, United Nations Development Program. This is a factual question. If we know it, we should answer. Otherwise, we should not take risk here. Because all the options look very similar. We can say this might be the institution, this might be the institution, this might be the institution. So we can't take the risk unless we know it for sure. Here is the value addition for the question. It says it measures 10 indicators: health, education and living standard. So go through it carefully. Next current affairs question is given under question number 67. This question is regarding Champions of the Earth Award. Let's see the options. Champions of the Earth Awards are given by World Wildlife Fund to recognize outstanding environment leaders from public, private sectors and from civil society. Here, they can test us at 2 places. 1 regarding this institution, 2 regarding these. From which places, from which section they are selecting the people. Whether public is there, private sector is there, civil society is there or not, we should see. So at these 2 places, we should be careful. Let's say we don't know this, let's keep it aside. Second one, recently Indian Prime Minister was given Champions of the Earth Award for championing International Solar Alliance and promoting sustainable use of energy. This we must be knowing because this was in news prominently. So 2 is correct. But here 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2. Even if we know 2 for sure, we can't answer this question. We should know this for sure. But this World Wildlife Fund is not the answer. United Nations Environment Program is the organization that gives Champions of the Earth award. So, first point becomes incorrect. That's why answer is B, 2 only. Here is the value addition for the question. Please go through it once. Next current affairs question is given under question number 68. The question says, which of the following statements about hydrogen fuel cell is or are correct? Let's read the options. Water and steam are the byproducts in the hydrogen fuel cell. Hydrogen fuel cell, we can guess yes, water and steam would be the byproduct. So we can say that at least 75% we can guess it. Second one, fuel cells are climate friendly as they don't directly emit carbon dioxide or particulate matter. If we know 1 as correct, we can say 2 is also correct because it is emitting only water and steam. So 1 and 2 both are correct. Answer is C. Here is the value addition for this. Please go through it carefully because this is one of the potential questions for this year prelims. The next current affairs question is given under question number 69. This question is a factual question. Chandrakant Kakote committee is associated with which of the following? If we know it 100%, then only we should answer. Otherwise, we should leave such questions. But here answer is A, fixed dose combinations. Regarding that, this particular committee was appointed. Here is the value addition. Why they have appointed this committee, that is mentioned over here. Next current affairs question is given under question number 70. The question is regarding Program for International Student Assessment. Regarding this, which of the following statements are correct? Let's read the options. It is conducted by OECD regularly to measure student performance. Here we can guess student performance and assessment. We can guess this, but we should be knowing this OECD, whether it is OECD or any other organization. Here we might get confused. Next, after a gap of nearly a decade, India is applying to participate in this assessment. If it is correct, we should be following this news carefully because after a decade we are applying for this. Here in this question, both are correct. Answer is C, both 1 and 2. This is the factual question. We should be knowing both the options. You might have observed in the last 20 questions that we have solved, the questions with only A, B, C, D without any other options. Options means 1, 2. If we don't have this and single statement question, here these questions are becoming difficult. Then the questions with only 2 statements are the next difficulty level. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4 such questions. If we have more points to read, we can eliminate them easily. But if we have direct questions like these or questions like these, it is getting difficult for us. So when solving such questions, we should be careful. This is the explanation for this question. Please go through it once. The next current affairs question is given under question number 87. Which of the following is correct about ISAT-2? This is the question. Recently in the news. Here SAT. In general, SAT is related to satellite. So we can remove this. Nuclear submarine, we can remove this. And if it is China, the name should be something related to Chinese words. So in that way also we can remove this. Next, deep repository in Antarctica to preserve genes. This also we can remove because SAT in general is regarding satellite. Then satellite launched by NASA. Let's say we don't know this. Read B. Indian Space Observatory in Antarctica. Indian Space Observatory in Antarctica. We might have not heard about this. So we can remove this also. And the option that is left is option A. Satellite launched by NASA. Here is the explanation for this question. Please go through it once. ISAT means Ice, Cloud and Land Elevation Satellite launched by NASA. The next current affairs question is given under question number 88. This question says, Exercise Shanghai Cooperation Organization Peace Mission 2018. With regard to this, we should identify the correct statements. Let's read the options. It is the joint military exercise of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Till here we can guess. Conducted annually by its member states. Here we should be careful. In general, when they say biannual, annual, triannual, such statements we should underline and see clearly. So let's say we don't know this. Second one, India for the first time participated in this peace mission. Here we should know one fact. Last before year only we have become member in SCO. So first time we can guess yes. But with only 2 we can't answer this question. We should be knowing 1 also. In the last year prelims, 2018 prelims, all the questions are like this. Options are very close and we don't know which to choose. To avoid such confusion, we should read such current issues like this. Here it is not annual, it is biannual. Once for 2 years. That's why as though India has become member last before year only, we have participated first time because it is conducted annually. So 2 is correct, 1 is incorrect. Answer is B, 2 only. Here is the explanation for this. Last year it was conducted in Russia. All the 8 countries of SCO participated. In those 8 countries, India and Pakistan are also there. Next current affairs question is given under question number 89. Move Hack, a global mobility hackathon to crowdsource solutions aimed at the future mobility in India is launched by. Here if we observe, 3 ministries are mentioned and Niti Aayog is mentioned. If you follow the news carefully, Niti Aayog is the one which is going for such new initiatives. So we can say this is a Niti Aayog. But sometimes other ministries, let's say Ministry of Science and Technology, also can go for such initiatives. So we should know this to answer this question. This is a factual point. But at least some part we can guess Niti Aayog is the answer for this. This is the explanation for this question. Please go through it once. The last current affairs question in this test is given under question number 90. This question is regarding imprint initiative. Imprint means impacting research, innovation and technology initiative. We should see which of these above statements is or are correct. Imprint aims to address engineering challenges in 10 technology domains relevant to India through an inclusive and sustainable mode. Here we get confused at this number. 10 technology domains, is it or not? And engineering, is it only engineering challenges or not? So let's keep this aside. Second statement, it will be jointly funded and steered by Ministry of Human Resource Development and Department of Science and Technology. Here innovation, when we are saying innovation research, yes, Ministry of Human Resources would be involved. And if we are saying something related to technology, Science and Technology would also be involved. So we can guess this as correct. But without knowing 1 for sure, we can't answer this question. So this is also a factual question. We should know both the answers to answer this. And 1 and 2 both are correct. That's why answer is C. Here is the explanation for this question. Please go through it once.